I would normally consider this a good hand. It's just I keep getting punished today for keeping 2 power hands. But I do believe that 2 power hands are good for an aggro deck. It's just unusual to not draw the 3rd power. So fuck it, let's make it. Let's go for a 3rd attempt. Let's see if we go 3 for 3 on the stuck on friggin' 2 power. You can also hold the Kazo for the 2nd turn to guarantee the banner, but I'm hoping that I'm able to just play a 2-drop instead. So, will you trade my Kazo? No? Greedy boy. Okay, fine.
Our magic is unbroken.
Hey, it's a mirror. What's up? Yeah, I'll trade you. If you want to play a market card, that's fine too. That's fine. No power. Surprise, surprise. Does he have a salvo? Another one? No. I didn't feel any fastball there, so... Let's see. He could always have like a purify or something, but maybe he doesn't have the way to kill it right now. Yeah, let's put a Pioneer of his own for 0. That's nice. Ooh. I took out the... Wow. I just got wrecked. Oh, depleted power. How nice. Jesus, like, goddamn, he friggin' used my Stranger bonus to get a free Pioneer, which he was able to play along with the supplier. Oh my god, like, goddamn, dude. Have mercy. Have a mercy, please. I can't even use my cards appropriately. Yes, yes, fire. People in this game are very, very impatient, it seems. I don't blame them. I play with those stupid things all the time too. Or at least I used to back when I played this game. So do I really supplier for 0? Do I Seer? Or do I play the Pioneer and hope it doesn't die? I think I play the Pioneer and hope it doesn't die. He's clearly doing more damage to me, but I kind of value my Kazuo more than his dude. Is that correct? Possibly, especially because the Kazuo hasn't gotten the card draw yet. So I do think it's correct to value it higher than his dude. If he has another supplier here, I'm toast. Oh, he has a Jack. Even better. Oh, this guy just drew perfectly. Like, that's not a good draw. That is a perfect draw. Like, damn, dude. I kind of need this for Jack. Like, my hope in this game, my only way to win this is that I draw Jack. I have to do this, and I need to draw Jack to be able to kill his Milo and hit him in the face for 4. And I trade these guys. That's my only winning line. I have to draw Jack. Dude, your draw is ridiculous. Like, goddamn, bro. 1, 2, 3, just perfect power, perfect draws, friggin' 0 cost out of Pioneer into Aurelian Supplier, into a Milo, into a Jack, into another Milo. Like, goddamn. Aurelian Supplier is quite freaking worthless. I can literally draw for 0 if I play the power.
We trust in ourselves.
That is an absolutely perfect deck. So I wanted to showcase what the Praxis Stranger aggro deck can do. That's what it can do. It just did it to me. Oh my god. So yeah, that's what the deck can do if you just have perfect freaking draws. Alright. One more. Okay, that again looks like a decent hand. Again, I'll keep it. So that's 3 for 3 now. I believe I've kept a 2-power hand and not drawn a 3rd power when I actually need it. What usually happens when I keep a hand like this is that you immediately draw the 3rd power, or if not immediately, you'll draw it right after. That is what usually happens. But apparently 3 games in a row of not usual. 4 games in a row of not usual. Alright, Rakano with 2 power. I don't think I care about anything you're going to play into me. I don't want to show you the Pioneer though. I would love to have Pioneer into... Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Go big or go home. The safer play, I also could have attacked first to see if he had a quick spell. The safer play would be to hold the Pioneer and just play the 1-drops. Could definitely have done that. But I wanted to make the dream come true, and apparently the dream is going to come true. I get to play my own Aurelian. My bad. I assumed I would draw some power. I fucking love this game. Oh my god, yes, thank you. So now, by the time that I draw my 3rd power, he's going to have played so many cards that the Aurelian Supplier is no longer going to draw 2. Like, Jesus Christ, man. I took a gamble and I still can't get it. Like, still, this is turn 4 or 5? I think it's turn 4. My opponent has played power perfectly every turn. And I still have not drawn my 3rd power.
Trust in your skills.
Hey, look at that. It's a fucking power. Thank you. Is it too late? Yes. Well, I draw 1 instead of 2, but I guess that's still worth it.
Our memories give us strength.
I'll play Kazuo. If I actually draw a 4th power, I can use his ability, get some power back, and play something.
Whatever you need.
So someone asked, like, why Kazuo? He does have some synergy in the deck, and also he's just like the best 1-drop that I personally have access to. That's interesting. You would kill... it makes sense because it makes the stranger no longer trade. That's fair. Do I just dragon you in the face? I do like the idea of this dragoning you in the face. And I actually like the idea of holding the banner. I like the idea of holding the banner. If I draw a jack, it's better that way. And if I draw a Total Pioneer, it's better if I hold it. So, what... well, anything attack. Actually, no, nothing will attack. I'll hold the Stranger and the Supplier to block his jack. And I'll just drag it. At this point, I need some sort of market play, or a Supplier would be pretty good. That's scary. So yeah, I was, on the subject of Kazuo, it's basically just the best 1-drop that I have. If you have better cards like the Time legendary 1-drop or the Fire legendary 1-drop, Either of those would be better, but I have neither. Okay, so he's holding power, threatening the world's most obvious finest hour. Do I have a choice of attacking into it or not? I suppose I could just hold. I could conserve power to make him think I have something. But nah, that's a stupid bluff. I just need to get stuff on the board.
Our magic is unbroken.
I'll still hold the power. Like if I draw a jack, I can play the banner, decimate on that turn, and then jack the insignia, flail, sigil, whatever the fuck it's called. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, that does make a lot of sense. That is a big, scary freaking creature. Wow, this is really going to be a freaking 0-4 on my best deck. That is honestly, I want to say unprecedented, but if it's happened before, it's definitely been a while. Yep, that's a big scary Kira. At least she doesn't have lifesteal.
I adapt.
Yeah, you do.
Defend the throne.
Oh, good. Awesome. I really love this game. 3 turns. So there were like 4 turns where I didn't draw power. That prevented me from properly playing my deck. I missed 1 card draw. I missed the synergy with the Total Pioneer. And then I was power stuck for a couple turns. And then now, 3 turns of drawing only power. Like, this is a perfect example of what is wrong with this game. This game right here, this match right here. This match is a perfect example of what is wrong with this game. Again, a very brief offering of my solutions on how this might be fixed. Draw 2 cards per turn, either just 2 random cards or 1 power, 1 non-power. I guess I'll stop wasting this guy's time. Either draw 2 cards, random cards, or lock it to 1 power and 1 non-power per turn. Change the mulligan so that there's a couple ways you can change the mulligan. My number 1 suggestion is don't punish players for having to mulligan. Like if you have to mulligan the 3rd time, don't remove a card. That's foolish. Like the mulligan is a failsafe to make your game not horrible. So don't punish people for having to use it. It's very rarely a strategic choice. Oh, I think I can get a better hand. I'm just going to throw this one away. Maybe some people do play like that. Personally, if I have a hand that looks even remotely playable, I tend to keep it just because I'm tired of having a sort of playable hand and mulliganing it away to have an even worse hand. That seems to be my experience most of the time, so I just don't even bother doing it. So typically, yes, I will keep a 2-power hand if you play aggro. Most of the time, you will draw the power, but I just, made a video with 4 matches in a row where that doesn't happen. Anyway. So don't punish people for using the mulligan. Let people mulligan the 3 times without punishment. Make it so that you can mulligan individual cards instead of your entire hand. That's the way Gwent does it, and in my opinion is a much better system. If you let players just hold their best hands, and then you have a far more competitive, far more enjoyable game where I have my best hand, you have your best hand, let's see who wins. That is 10 times more enjoyable, and in my opinion, it is more competitive than just letting pure RNG decide who has a better starting hand and who is far more likely to thereby win the game. If you have 2 players of equal skill playing each other, RNG plays far too high a component in deciding the victor in this game. And I think that would alleviate matters. And the other thing, there was something else that I wanted to do with the mulligan. Oh, right, make it so that maybe like your third mulligan, instead of punishing you by losing a card, why not make it locked at 3 power? Like your second mulligan is a 2 to 4 power hand. Make your third mulligan a guaranteed 3 power hand. Most decks will be playable with 3 power hand, with a 3 power hand, or downright good with a 3 power hand. So just have people have that guarantee at least. Make some sort of consistency. And again, this is something that is afforded to both players. It's not, I don't think that would be any sort of uneven advantage for any one player or the other. And the third solution, I had a third one. And again, possible solution. Maybe these things work, maybe they don't work, maybe they just create a problem that's even worse than what we currently have. But frankly, what we currently have is not enjoyable to me. Like, yes, obviously my enjoyment was affected by the fact that I went on a 4-game losing streak, which actually apparently it's not unprecedented. It happened literally, that wasn't yesterday. I think there was different days of me logging in, playing like 1 or 2 games, having really shitty draws, and then just quitting that game for the day. I don't see a time. Yeah, I don't know. I typically don't want to play a game to 12 rounds, so this was probably a pretty shitty hand. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I haven't played like more than 2 games in a day in probably at least a week, frankly. I just haven't been enjoying the game anymore because whenever I play it, I just feel like I have perpetually shitty hands. And yeah, the losing streak obviously doesn't help, but you know, before that, there was this, and I still was not enjoying the game. Mostly because I'm kind of tired of playing the same deck, but also I didn't want to keep playing the same deck, and at the same time, I just wasn't finding success with any other deck, and apparently now I'm not finding success even with my main deck, which is sad, but I do believe if I keep playing, I would eventually recover my wins. This deck was holding positive, a very positive win record. I think I was like 3-7 in Masters before the season reset. So I do believe this is just bad luck. And I don't know, I haven't been playing it perfectly, I think. Maybe I could mulligan a little bit more aggressively and try to look for a better hand rather than just keep a sort of playable hand, which is typically what I go for. But again, the reason that I do that is just because one of the few things that I hate more than just getting like flooded or power screwed is having a sort of playable hand and you mulligan it away and you get an even worse hand. That is such a punch in the gut. So yeah, I don't know. I hope something can be done about this to improve the game. But I don't know, maybe the people who still enjoy the game think that nothing needs to be done. I personally disagree. I do believe that the game has a lot of positive qualities. It has a lot of cool mechanics. It has some pretty good art. It has very, very positive attributes to it. But the power inconsistency is just killing the game for me. I'm sorry, I can't enjoy it. And like after playing Gwent all day, you know, a bad draw in Gwent is a less than perfect start. That is what happens when you have bad luck and have a bad draw. A bad draw in this game is unplayable trash. The difference between those two outcomes cannot be understated or overstated, sorry. There's a world of difference between, oh, I don't have my perfect start, what a bad hand, and oh, I literally can't play this match, what a bad hand. You know, I do believe that the most reliable, like surefire way to fix it, in my opinion, would be to just copy Gwent's system. I don't know if it's actually Gwent's system or if they copied it from someone else. Like, I understand video games do that. You see a successful system in one game, you're a similar game. There's nothing wrong with implementing a similar system to something that is successful and proven to work. and that is proven to work. The other suggestions about drawing multiple cards, Gwent does draw more cards, but the way the game is played is significantly different in Gwent. You play like one long turn with a starting hand of 10 cards. You don't draw a card every turn. You just have 10 cards. That's what you're playing. There's no power involved. You play any card in your hand at whatever time, in whatever order you feel is best. And personally, I find that to be 50 million times more enjoyable than drawing one card per turn, hoping it's either a power or non-power according to whatever it is you need at the time. But yeah, just that is the only solution I can offer that has some sort of guarantee that it will work, because it is proven in a different game. It works very, very well, and it makes the game so much more enjoyable. And again, I'm referring to being able to mulligan more, being able to just mulligan one card away. It's like you draw your opening hand, you decide, wow, I have 4 power, but I have 3 really good creatures. I don't want 4 power. I would really like to keep these creatures. Let me just mulligan away 1 power. Okay, now I have 3 power and 4 really good creatures. This is an amazing hand. I'll keep this hand. Thank you. That makes such a difference. Rather than, well, this hand would be good if I draw another creature, and if I don't draw more power and get flooded, that would be quite good. So maybe I can keep this hand. Or maybe I have to mulligan away the entire hand and hope that I don't just brick myself and get an unplayable mess. Please be kind, RNG gods. Either way, with this current system in Eternal, you are at the mercy of RNG. Whether you choose to keep a bad opening hand, or you choose to mulligan away, either way, you are praying to RNGesus that you get something better. If you can mulligan away individual cards, you have so much more agency in what your opening hand is, and such a higher likelihood of actually having a good hand. And again, this is not a one-way advantage that would benefit one player far above the other or anything. This is something both players would be able to do. I can have my best hand, you can have your best hand. We're both competing on a relatively even footing. It's not just, let's pray to RNG and see who gets the better hand. So that's my rant for the day over. Frankly, I just don't feel like playing it anymore. I see that I already completed one of the quests, and so apparently that wasn't my first. Oh, I think I logged in like in the middle of the night and I won a game. Yeah, I just don't feel like playing the game anymore. I'd rather go back to one, which is sad because I really, really have enjoyed this game. There's so much good in this game, but I just can't enjoy it anymore. Have a good evening.